Now, I told myself that I wasn't going to do any kind of like looking at food, but these came to my home through my mother, in fact, and I looked at these and I was like, wow, are you trying to drug me? These are some sort of like novelty gummies with like, I'm assuming some insane amount of like alcohol until I realized non-alcoholic. At which point I was kind of perplexed by this whole concept. So, here I am. So initially, we have sparkling mimosa, Mojito Mambo. Now, I have literally never drank in my life. So, as the most qualified person to talk about this sort of thing, here I am. Let's take a look. All right. Focus. There you go. Okay, so this is resealable, so that's good if I hate these. With a twist of lime. Upon like Googling, I found out that this is supposed to be like lime and like mint or something. So, just to let you know how like completely ignorant of this I am to the point that I had to Google it. Live, give, smile. They plant trees, they feed people, they teach people, they house people, they give them water, they keep them from being bullied, and they get treated for malaria. Fair enough. I can't really disagree with that. So, I guess this wasn't an entire waste then. Thank you, Project 7. And you can go ahead and find out about their impact, which I probably won't. But thank you anyway. I've already given you my money. Anyway, so this is organic. That's kind of like the whole thing. So it's not alcoholic, no artificial flavors, and colors from natural sources, non-GMO, and all of that. Frankly, that's something that I don't concern myself with one bit. I have no fear of having fish DNA intermingling with mine. So that's quite irrelevant to me, but in case you care about that, there you go. So again, made in the USA, 90%. What is 90% organic? How do you... What is the constituents of that? I'm very curious. How do you get a percentage of something organic? I assume that it was an absolute, but okay. Organic sweeteners, because we can't get over saying that. 16 pieces is the serving size, so there's about 3 of those in here. Pretty standard. These are very sugary. So, and again, I don't have any regard for my own personal safety, so I don't care. Let's see, organic tapioca syrup, organic cane sugar, gelatin, citric acid, lactic acid, absorbic acid, natural flavor, which is always concerningly vague. Organic sunflower oil, is that... That is organic, but let's see, this is organic, this is organic, this is organic. And nothing else. So maybe that's how you make it 90% organic. You just use enough of that to make it 90% of the constituents of this product, and then there you go. And cross-contamination there. Okay, thank you, Project 7. Since I'm holding this, I will start out with this one. And they have this wonderful appetizing photo that... does this stuff really just look like water with a lime in it? Like, I'm genuinely curious. I have no clue. But the bear does look refreshingly glassy. So, I'll be looking forward to that. So, let's open her up. Is this open? There you go. Didn't even have to unzip it. Beautiful. Okay, let me grab a handful of bear. And they're orange? I'm a little confused about that, admittedly. I mean, that... I am confused. Well, then what do those look like? I'm genuinely curious now. Let's put that on the filthy table so that we can take a look at those. I'll probably be ingesting all sort of chemicals, but you only live once, right? Okay, and these have a smell to them. And it's kind of like a generic fruity, like orange sort of one, if anything. And those are slightly darker, but more of like an amber sort of thing. Okay. I don't know why these are orange, and I'm a little concerned about that. But, fair enough. Can I show you a bear up close? It's a good thing I put all this stuff in the background so that you can never see it ever. There you go. There's the bear in my terrible hands. It has remarkably creepy little eyes that are like projecting out of its face. That's a little scary. It has nubbly little arms and legs, as you would expect. And that's about all there is to it. So that's pretty scary looking, honestly. I mean, like, the little eyes is just, that's a little too much for me, admittedly. Maybe I'm just a weenie. But yeah, that's really eerie, and that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. But that's okay. Anyway, I've spent 6 minutes not eating this stuff, so let's begin. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of lime. And a little bit of just gelatin sweetness, and that's really it. Is that all that is to these? I mean, it's not unpleasant. And this one has less of a taste than that one. Okay. Fair enough. So they're not offensive. They're sweet. I'm not sure why the lime flavor kind of went away. Am I going crazy? No, right? Okay. Well, that that is surprisingly generic, but okay. Let's go on to the sparkling mimosa flavor. These ones are tougher, like physically. It tastes the way that, like, a Walgreens smells, if that makes sense. That's so odd. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of citrus now. So it's not just like the inside of a pharmacy and, like, I don't know, convenience store essentially. These are a lot tougher to chew. Remarkably so. I'm not sure why. These ones aren't considerably older than the other ones, right? You know what, they are a little bit. As if it expires in June, which I think is how that works, if I'm not completely daft. So that's fair. Well, these are pretty remarkably, like, unremarkable. So these just kind of, I don't know. I mean, if you want just a hint of lime to your gelatin, then those will please you. And the mimosa, if you like the way that the inside of a Walgreens when you're, like, walking around with your mom at, like, 9:30 p.m., like, on a school night because you need to go and get, like, I don't know, like, embarrassing antibiotics or something like that, then you might like the taste of it, in which case, there you go. But in any event, these aren't, like, terrible or, like, unpleasant or anything like that. So I am pretty neutral on these. Anyway, this has been the box individual. Thank you for your time. I'm hoping that it was just insufferable for you as it was for me. Thank you.